Hey guys, it's Ellen here and it's Mini Monday Madness and we're changing it up today. We're painting a mini canvas with acrylics using two very inexpensive brushes you see here. Very inexpensive paint you see here, I will go over. And then of course a tiny little mini canvas. This is a 3" by 3" canvas. Wildflowers. So simple to do, anybody can do this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. So let's get started. So we're changing up the Mini Monday today and painting on a mini canvas. I have a few Mini Monday canvases. Like I said, I want to make my channel more inclusive to just not just watercolor, other types of mediums, which was my original focus, and I kind of went away from that. But these are so inexpensive, these supplies. You can get these mini canvases at Jerry's Adorama, Dick Blick, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Very inexpensive. And I'm using super cheap acrylic paint. These are the Artist Loft. They came in like a set, like a 48 set. They're always on sale. And I'm using just a simple craft type flat. Looks like a this one's a 1/2 inch brush. And I'm probably going to use this other one that's just a little pointy number 4, small, simple round brush. So we're going to start painting the sky. And I also have here is a palette paper. I love the palette paper. You just throw it away, you know, it's fantastic. So I'm going to take some of this. Ooh, goodness gracious, my brush was dirty. Going to grab a different white. Well, I'll mix some white. I have a cerulean blue here. I'll just put the background in first. So we get the white with the cerulean blue. I'm just going to paint in. Mix it together, make this pale blue color. You know, paint it 3/4 of the way down. So simple with this little brush. If you want to get like some darker hue on top, just add a little of that cerulean and slowly go back and forth and fade it down. That's why acrylic paint is great. It just blends nice and slowly. Like I said, you can add more up top here and just blend it down. It's just a little mini canvas. This is fun to practice with. We're not going to do some big old canvas. Now we're going to grab, I have this, what is this, light green. It's a little too bright, so I'm going to add a phthalo green. Of course, I'll put the colors in the description. A little darker, and it's still kind of bright. I'm gonna have to add a little red to that, get it brown. There we go. I added just a medium red to the green. If you don't have a lot of brown, if you don't even have any brown, but you have red and green, so I'm gonna add a little red, make that brownish green. Just going, like I said, 3/4 of the way down. Don't worry about if it's hitting the blue, it's not hitting the blue. We're going to just be painting on top of that. All right, I'm going to clean our brush. I'm going to move my water pots. A little too big up here. So you can let this part dry and just go crazy and paint on top of it, like I'm going to do. Let me zoom in a little more for you. Okay. So that phthalo green was a little too bright. We want it dark. I might add a little black to it. And we're going to add a little black to that green. And a touch of yellow and a touch of that medium green. I want this like a dark, deep green. And I take my skinny brush. I'm just going to go to these lines up and down. And you can swish them this way or that way, because they're just going to be simple wildflowers. See, and you can go from the bottom up. Your skills that you're using in watercolor, you can apply to acrylic. That's a little different, obviously, because it's a different medium. But you want to try anything you can try. So I'm putting a little black in here. Just getting the dark, swipey Put a couple of ones that go almost all the way up here, like that, and over this way. There you go. Now we're going to add some fun color, and we'll add the bright green leaves and stuff as we go. I have this color that's not part of that, but it's part of Liquid Basics. I love it. It's it's painted over, so I can't really read it. It's like a periwinkle blue, middle blue, violet, or something like that. I'll figure it out and I'll put it in the description. It's the prettiest color ever. So we'll just take this with a little brush. We're just gonna dab it like that. This is how you can make simple flowers. And acrylic. We're just dabbing it. See that? That is not that hard. You can totally do that. Just dabbing this. So the top, it's kind of like the lilac situation where you're going like a triangle, but just dabbing a little dot in the top and then heading downward, getting a little bit bigger, and then going back in again, so it's got that look of like lavender or whatnot. It could be that, or it could just be like a delphinium in a way. And then I'm going to add, I have this phthalo blue to that color. Just putting in another tone. You see how simple this is? Don't get bogged down. If this is something you can do, I know you can do it. See, we're just adding that simple color to the purple color we have. And you can go in and add even more purple color. This is a violet. And if you don't want to do purple, you could do pink. This one's I'm using straight, the violet I'm using straight from the tube. I have not mixed the paint. You see that? I have not mixed it. And now we're going to clean up our brush. I'm going to go put some yellow stuff in here. This is just a brilliant yellow. I'm going to add a little of this vermillion color. Let's make it a little more orangey yellow. And then I'm just going to put these simple strokes like this. Swipe, swipe. Now if the paints are kind of blending too much together, you can just dry it with the hairdryer and then come back to it, so you're not getting it too muddy. I'm just going to try and not do that for intensive purposes of getting the tutorial done. You can put some back here. I'm grabbing that yellow again. So these are kind of like sunflowers. Just throwing the flowers in here. Just these simple strokes. And then this beautiful color, it's a vermilion color. Vermillion. You can just take this right as it is. You can make like a poppy. So you're just going to make these strokes like that, swooping downward. Another one over here, and then another one here. See, we're just having fun. Now, you know, it's on top of that dark green, so the color is a little dark, but it's okay. We're going to play around with that. Add another one over here. We can take some of that white paint, mix it with that vermilion paint, and you get a little shade, like a highlight. See that? Brightens it up. Because remember that was looking a little too dark. Well, it's just going to brighten it right up. Put a little red one up here. It's more of an orange red. And put another one out here too. And if you want to add another one, it's peeking through here. Again, add that white. It'll brighten it right up. Like I said, if it starts to get muddy, dry your painting if you can with the hairdryer, or let it sit and then come back to it. I'm going to clean that off. I'm going to go back to that sunflower, put in that brighter yellow. Acrylic dries fairly fast, not super fast, but fast enough. See, it's still kind of having that purple paint come through. But I'm going to work with it for the tutorial so I don't have to keep stopping. So I'm just going through and adding in simple, right out of the tube, by the way, this yellow. Right on top of the darker tone. Clean that off. Now we're going to add some of this bright green. Okay, this is that light green right out of the tube. Going to add in. I think it's a little too bright, so I might tone it down just a bit with the green we had before that we mixed that was dark. So it's still bright, but it's not as intense. There we go. And just doing simple leaf strokes. Boop. See? Just throwing those in. Boop. See? We are building this up. Now I'm going to add some yellow. I'm just dabbing it. See that? Just swoop, swoop. It's like an impressionistic style. Just dabbing it like that. You can go in and add a little white to that. See? So now it's a lighter green. And I'm just dabbing it. You see how I'm just dabbing this with the tip of the brush. This is all achievable. See, the dark tone first, and you build up the light ones on top. I'm going to grab some more of this yellow. I'm just throwing in some more green over here, back here. And in between that purple flower, just right on top. Right? Clean off the brush. These guys are looking a little too flat, so I'm going to go back in and grab this purple with that deep blue and go in, get it really dark underneath here, and you're just dabbing again. See that? You're just dabbing the color. Purple, the blue. If you want to add some of that purple color down in here too. Look at that. How cute is this? This would make such a fun gift for a friend. You know, I feel like it's missing something. I'm going to grab one of the green. This is how I work, you know. I'm like an intuitive painter. Oh, I made it a little dark and muddy, but that's okay. I'll add that bright green again. I want to make like almost like a swig, like a line going out. And here. A little one over here. I'll put little dots, like it's a vine, a wild vine growing that way. Just adds another element. Makes it feel like it's wild and free, right? And then I'll go in with some bright yellow, and I'll just dab in there too. See? It's just dabbing. For the poppy, which is basically what I was painting here, I'm going to grab that. We're going to grab a black. I'm going to go right in the center. Just filling that in. Same thing with those sunflower, black-eyed Susan kind of flower. Look at that. How cute is this? Right? Oops, sorry. I mean, really? Look how cute that is. Did that take much time at all? Oh, hell no. And you could just go in and tweak it a little more. Like I said, you might want to take some white. I have more white here. Where that's getting muddied. Just take a little white on the tip of the brush. Clean my brush off. Throw in a little highlights. It's still wet, so it's great. The highlight on that purple. Highlight that a little bit. Just a dab of white on that color. And I might go in and grab some of this green in here and throw some in between. There we go. But you get the idea. You guys are smart. I added some white to that first purpley color. See, I'm just dabbing it on here. And this is such a cute thing to do. I mean, your family and friends will be so impressed. Grab that vermilion. Just add some more of that up here. And I'll grab that black. Put that right in the center. I mean, I'm sorry. I love it. And then when it's dry, you sign your name with the pen if you can, because it's very tiny. It's going to be really hard to sign it. Look at that little mini masterpiece you can create. And how quick was that? I did it in like exact real time. I didn't fast forward, I didn't speed it up. Something so cute. You can buy those little mini easels that they sell, and you put it on that, and it's such a cute gift to give to them. Oh, here, actually, to give an example. Sorry. This is the mini easel. Yeah. You just buy one of these. I have this tutorial, making noise again, I'm sorry, that I show with the daisies. And so you just put the mini painting on the easel. You see that? As a gift. So this is dry. I'm wet. I don't want to put it on the easel and get paint all over it. But that's what you do. Is that not a great idea? Is that not a great mini Monday madness? I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It was a lot of fun to paint. Woo. And I think it'd be great. Try it. Try acrylics. You can get some cheap, really cheap acrylics. I mean, these were super cheap. And there's just two simple brushes. A flat one, because this painting's tiny. A flat brush. These are simple craft brushes. And a skinny little pointy one so you can do all the little dabs. The flat one's just to cover the paint back and forth. If you don't have it, use something else. Don't use your watercolors, but use acrylic paints. So you can get cheap brushes, cheap little canvases, cheap paints, and you create a beautiful gift to give somebody. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to also check out my Patreon. I'll be moving the membership part of my channel over there. I'll still be doing lots of free YouTube tutorials, but the Patreon is a little additive, different thing. I'll be having PDFs and downloads and all kinds of other things there. So take care, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.